is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another video from the We Are Investing channel, a channel that is dedicated in investing and personal finance. Now, today's video, we are going to go over another SPAC. SPAC stands for Special Purpose Acquisition Company. This is a company, a blank check company, that is looking to merge with another company that will make that other company available for trading and investing in the public market. Now, in my personal opinion, and this is my personal opinion, and before you invest or trade in any stock, you have to do your own due diligence. But anyways, in my personal opinion, I think that this is one of the safer SPAC plays out there in the markets today. I think that the company that they are merging with is a company that has been proven. It's a company that has been around for over 100 years. It's a company that has seen over 42 years of consecutive net sales increase. And it's a company that is in a business that will not go away for as long as I will be alive. Now, with it being a safer play, the expected returns on investments might be lower than, let's say, a Nikola Motor Company if a Nikola Motor Company, or let's say like a Helion, works out. But there's a lot of risk, and those companies need to do a lot to see those returns. Whereas this company has already established growth. They already established a business, and the returns are expected at a certain rate. We have history to fall back on, and there's not so much dependent, there's not so much up in the air, and that is why it's a safer play, and it's a great stock to add to your portfolio. Now, before we head on into the video, I would appreciate it if you guys would consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, smashing that like button, and adding a comment below. It goes a long way in helping this channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. And that great company that we are going to go over in this video is Utz, or Utz. Now, Utz signed a definite agreement with CCH, and after this deal is reached, Utz will trade on a New York Stock Exchange under ticker symbol UTZ. Now, CCH, the Collier Creek Holdings ticker symbol, will just be converted to UTZ. So if you hold shares or warrants in CCH after this deal is reached and it's finalized, then you will be holding shares in UTZ instead. Now, the current price for CCH, if we head on over to the Webull platform, which is a great platform for all levels of investors and traders, and if you're not already using it, I would highly recommend it. Right now, they are currently running a promotion that will get you 2 free stocks worth up to $1,400. In order to get those free stocks and therefore that free money, you have to click on the links provided in the video description down below. Now, the current share price for CCH is $13.75, and in the last 3 months, this stock has grown 35.87%. But the majority of this growth occurred when news broke that CCH was going to be merging with Utz. Now, if you are not excited about this company, I can understand that, because what they sell isn't necessarily exciting. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. After news broke that CCH was going to be merging with Utz and that initial pop kind of fizzled out, there hasn't been much volume, and this stock has been trading sideways. The reason why I think this company kind of has been trading sideways over the last couple weeks is because it's not your most exciting stock. But we don't always need to be investing in those stocks that have high growth potential, those higher risk investments. This I would classify as a safer investment. An investor like Warren Buffett would consider investing in this company. Wait, actually, I already think that Warren Buffett has publicly announced that he would love to acquire Utz. Back in 2015, Warren Buffett in an interview said that he loves potato sticks so much he wants to buy Utz of Hanover. This was a secretive snack company that Warren Buffett loved, and he had his eye on this company, and he actually acquired about a potential buyout or investing in this company back in 2015. So if Warren Buffett loves it, then a lot of other investors will love it too, because Warren Buffett has a huge following and so many people just do and say as Warren does. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into the investor presentation, the most recent one for Utz. Now, Utz is a leading manufacturer, marketer, and distributor of branded snacks in the United States, including potato chips, pretzels, cheese snacks, pork skins, pub/party mixes, and veggie snacks. They have a strong brand of national and regional brands, including Utz, Good Health, Boulder Canyon, Zapp's, and Golden Flake. This is a 99-year-old company with a deep heritage. They have over 43 years of consecutive adjusted net sales growth. That is 43 years. That is through recessions over and over again. They are the number 2 salty snack company in its core geographics and number 4 nationally. That is a key fact, and that is something that I want to really touch on in this video, and we're going to get into that later because this company is number 4 nationally, but they do not have a stronghold in some geographics that they should and will expand into. And in 2020, the estimated net sales for this company is $910 million. So we are investing in a company that has net sales of close to $1 billion already. This is a far cry from the SPACs we are seeing in the market today, like Nikola Motor Company, which hasn't sold anything. So they had $0 in net sales. Helion, which is selling some product, but not a huge amount, and they had about $1 million in net sales. We are comparing $1 billion or close to $1 billion to 0 and 1 million. That is why I think this SPAC is so different and so special. Now, over the last 5 years, this company has seen $26 billion in US retail sales, and they had a 4.3% CAGR over the last 5 years. Now, CAGR stands for compounded annual growth rate. So over the last 5 years, their average annual growth rate was around 4.3%. Now, 4.3% might not excite most investors, but like I said at the beginning of this video, this is not your high growth stock. This is a safer play that has had consecutive growth over 43 years. And this company is a company that you can rely on. You know that their product is foolproof. People are going to buy their products no matter what. They already have brand loyalty, and for heaven's sake, they are the number 2 salty snack company in the United States. Now, as far as what the valuation is, they are at about a 17 PE ratio. Now, a 17 PE ratio is not too high, it's not too low, but when you compare it to its peers, it is a 2.7 times discount. So right now, according to the rest of the market of similar companies, this is undervalued at 2.7 times. But all that set aside, this company still isn't even in the public markets. So I do think that once the deal is placed and the ticker symbol changes from CCH over to UTZ, there is going to be an increase in share price. And people are going to start recognizing that Utz is a publicly traded company. And if you separate out the valuation and you just look at this business as a business, how much they have been selling, what their company history is like, I think that is going to attract a lot of investors. Oh, and also when you throw in that this stock will also probably have a dividend, and right now the dividend yield is estimated to be at 2%. That will also excite a lot of investors, and there are a lot of investors that only invest in dividend stocks, so this will also include those types of investors. Now, the deal has an enterprise of $1.5 billion, but the deal is expected to be reached in Q3 of 2020. Q3 of 2020 is going to be an exciting time. There are so many SPACs that are going to reach deals at that time. You have Opez with BurgerFi. You have Tortoise Acquisition Corporation with Helion. You have Forum Merger with Tattooed Chef. And you have CCH with Utz, and there are a lot more SPACs that are expected to reach deals in Q3 of 2020. Now, I probably said like 5 times in this video that this is a solid company. It is a reliable company that has had increase in sales growth time and time again. It's actually had 43 years of consecutive increase in net sales. Now, looking at this chart, you can see their net sales from all the way back in 2001. And we had recessions in '01, '02, and '03, and also the Great Recession in 2008, 2009, and 2010. Those time frames are highlighted in red in the chart below. And you can see that even during recessions, this company has had an increase in net sales. And that is very hard to do because, during a recession, people are spending less and less money. Now, the compounded annual growth rate from 2001 all the way up to 2019 is around 8%. But when you take a look at the situation we are dealing with now, which I can't say because YouTube might potentially demonetize my video, we're going to call it the illness recession. You can see that the Q1 2020 year-over-year growth is around 12%. Now 12% is a lot higher than that 8%. And that is because there has been a bump in business because of this illness. I guess with more and more people staying at home, more and more people are not eating out and they are buying more food at the grocery store, that Utz has seen an increase in sales. If you look at this slide, and on the top left, you see the geographic priorities. Those states in dark blue are considered the core states for Utz. This is where they started, this is where they have a stronghold, and this is where they are ranked number 2. Now this is primarily in the Northeast, but you can also include Illinois, Alabama, Washington, and Oregon into the mix. Now the states that are in the orange are the expansion states. These are states where Utz is growing and they're spending more money in expanding in those areas. And some of the big states that are included in the expansion phase are Florida, Texas, Colorado, Louisiana, and many more. And this company also has room to run in their emerging states, the big one being California. If this company can grow to be the number 2, the number 3 salty snack company in those states, you are going to see a huge growth in sales and in profit. Now, if Utz is able to increase their portion of sales in those expansion and emerging markets by just 1%, that will equate to $180 million. Now, there's something that I want to point out. The average annual growth rate for this company was about 4.3% over the last 5 years. But like I said, if this company was able to gain 1% in sales in those expansion and emerging markets, they would increase their sales by roughly $180 million. Now, the net sales for this company in 2020 is estimated to just be short of $1 billion. For all intents and purposes, let's say 1% increase in those emerging and expansion markets corresponds to a 20% growth in net sales. Now, if they are able to expand in those areas every 5 years by 1%, that alone will correspond to a 4% annual growth in net sales. But we also have to account for net sales increase in their core markets and net sale increase from acquisitions and from other companies that they acquire. So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of growth can happen from their expansion in emerging markets. If they're able to gain more than 1% every couple years, then this company is going to have a much higher annual growth rate than that realized 4.3% over the last 5 years. Now, I've seen other investors talk about this stock, and they were not happy with the summary financials for this company. What they were not happy with was the increase in sales from 2020 to 2021. If you look at this chart, you can see that the estimate sales for 2020 was 927 million, and then in 2021 it's 928 million. So 1 million increase in sales over a year is not very exciting for investors. But come on guys, this company has performed very, very well during the current times. And this is not a long-term bump in sales, because once this situation ends and people are allowed to go back to restaurants and allowed to leave their house, that short-term bump we are seeing because of that situation will no longer be there. And the fact that we are not seeing a decrease in net sales from year over year is a good sign, and this company will continue to grow. I mean, the track history is already there. We're at 43 consecutive years. Let's say the increase in net sales is so much because of this illness, and then once it's all said and done, they drop 1% in the following year and break their consecutive growth in net sales. That is an outlier. That is not something that the company did wrong. It's just they had such an increase from this that they could not sustain it afterwards. But the trajectory for this company is still up. It's not like they are declining. They are still on the up and up. And in the long term, this company will continue to increase its net sales. I don't think that this is something that we should be upset about. The fact that they are increasing net sales so much during this time and outperforming their competitors is a good thing. All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps up the review for this company. Now, what do I intend to do with CCH and Utz? Well, I am an investor in CCH. I hold shares and I will continue to hold shares for the long term. I am slowly adding money to increase my position size with this company. This is a company that I will probably be holding for 20 plus years. This is something that I will hold in my portfolio for a very, very long time. Now, my expectations for this stock, I don't expect this stock to increase at the same rates as a Shell, the Helion, a Nikola Motor Company, because it's a completely different kind of stock. But the risk for this kind of company is far less than the risk for a Nikola Motor Company. This is a favorable stock. This is a company that I like in my portfolio. It's not a company that is going to burn me, at least I don't think. But nevertheless, I like this company long term. So with all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the content that I am providing. If you do, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, smashing that like button, and adding a comment below. It really goes a long way in helping this channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. But other than that, it's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun, and this is We Are Investing, and together we are invincible. See ya!